Welcome back, everybody! So I finally got everything in from Amazon that I needed to make these magazines. I spent a grand total of $20 on each magazine. That's including the $8 mag from Gun Mag Warehouse and everything that you're going to see. So I went through 3 different wrappings on the fire cord. It's paracord that if you light it, it catches on fire easily. So let me go through the first one. This is up high. I wrapped it up high for folks that like to grab the magazine and the magwell. I don't recommend it. You know, because if you pull on it the wrong way, you can cause a misfeed. In the Marines, they always told us, don't touch your magazine until you're changing it. But, I don't know, nowadays things seem to be a little bit more lenient. These are 2 boot bands that I have on this little, it's a little compass whistle ferro rod thing. So I put this on the bottom. You'll see a little bit more of that when we get there. Now this was my second version where I put I wrapped the fire paracord low, but I put the braided part in the back for those who, you know, if you're, you know, just want nice and slick, or you want to be able to have something to grip onto when you change your mag in the back. And then, of course, I put the little compass whistle ferro rod combo with the boot bands on top. And my third and favorite, the one that I like the most. I tried all 3 of them. That's why I tried it like 3 different ways. I'm like, which one do I like? I like this one the best. I like the little compass thing with the ferro rod up high and the braids in the front, because I found that when I want to grab the magazine to release it, although this thing is so freaking heavy, you know, it just drops right out. But, you know, it gives you something good to grip onto so you can, when you want to put it back. Now, in all 3 of these mags, all of them have identical components. I'm only going to open up one because it is a pain in the butt to get them all back. But, to vouch for me, I have Mr. Wilbur and my lawyer are going to have a little something to say to you right now, that everything inside these are identical.
Now, Mr. Wilbur, what was the result of your analysis?
The chemical composition between the 2 samples was found to be identical.
Identical.
Okay, if y'all didn't get it, that's from the movie My Cousin Vinny. I love that scene. Identical. So yes, everything inside is identical. Which one should I open? Let's open this one. See, I told you I was gonna open up the one that I favored most, and see, look at that. It's like just pick whichever one. You're like, look at that. I can open that one. I can open up this one. I can open up this one. Let's go with the one with the one that's not like the others. We'll open up the one with the stuff on the bottom. If you're unaware how to make one of these magazines, it's a Hex Mag 1030. They're California legal, so they make you waste all this space with a spacer. And I was like, hey, you know what? These guys are selling survival magazines for $50-$60. Like, dude, spend $20, punch a couple holes in your California legal magazine, you pin it up there, you still get 10 rounds in here, and then now you can spend, like I did, I spent $20, $12 because I got the mags for $8, and I wanted to keep it at $20. So just to show you what a $20 mag looks like. So normally what I do is, because I pack these pretty tight, is I take my my 5/16 screw or whatever you use, and just press down in here, hold it against your chest, press down, and then you can slide it open. And so first off, what I did was I have some of those what are they, like typhoon matches. So I glued part of the extra striker here to the back of this. Part of the reason why it's a little bit tougher to get open. And then I put in 20 Motrins because when I was in the Marines, this Doc St. Louis, you can watch my video about my first aid kit. And I talk about Doc St. Useless. All he did was give us Motrin. So I'm like, well, he was a Navy corpsman, so why not put Motrin in there? This is 8 Band-Aids wrapped up. Oh, that was another thing that I bought. Like, I got 100 of these little 2x2 reclosable. I typed in 2x2 Ziplocs because I like to keep everything watertight. So I got those, and then I got 8 of these. There's 4 regular size Band-Aids. And then another 4 regular size Band-Aids. Because, I mean, honestly, you got to think about it. If you're in a survival situation, you're going to get hurt. That's just the way it is. That's the way it goes. This is 10 aqua tabs for purifying your water. I'm not going to take them out, but I got, I bought like 50 of them for $10. So you put 10 of them in here, that's $1. That's $1 worth of aqua tabs, which will treat 50 liters of water. I think each one does 5 liters of water, of like clear running water. I think if you're doing like stagnant, nasty pond water, it's like 1 per liter. But anyway, read the directions, use it at your own discretion. Use these. You have to let them sit in there for half an hour, shake them up, use them for half an hour, until you can get like a fire going and you can start boiling water. At least this will, keep you from dying. And then, yay, I got my little hurricane matches. I put 5 in here. These things are freaking expensive. Are you kidding me? 5 matches cost $1. They burn for like 14 seconds. And what I did was I had to trim the ends down, the long striker part. I think the striker part was like this long. And I was like, dude, I'm not afraid of it. I can strike it, and then I just need to hold it from here, from this little part until I get stuff lit. Or hopefully just throw it on a pile of dead pine needles and just goes poof. But, yeah, for $1, 5 for $1. Oh, brutal. And I bought a 50-pack. Ugh. Just, what is going wrong? So you'll notice I keep like smacking this thing down because the big ticket item is coming up. Not yet though. It's in here. The big ticket item is in here. You wanna know what it is? It cost $4. $4! Are you kidding me? The other thing that I put in there was triple antibiotic ointment and an alcohol sterilizing pad. So that way, honestly, if you're in a survival situation, the main thing that you want to do is be able to have water. Water is with this and with this. So you got fire. You got fire and you got tabs. And the tabs should be able to get you over until you can get fire and get stuff boiling to where you can get actual good water. The second thing is going to be infections. Because you're going to be building a camp. You're going to be out there in the wild. You're going to be hacking and cutting. You're going to be trying to build shelter. Because what do you need? You need water, and then you need shelter. Because at night it gets cold. You're going to get hypothermia. You die of hypothermia before you die of thirst. So shelter, then fire, for water, all that stuff. And then you're going to get cut when you do it. Because I didn't put any leather gloves in here because they don't fit. So you're going to get cuts on your hands. You want to put this stuff on there. You want to treat those wounds. Because if they get infected and you can't use your hands, it sucks. You get an infection, your fingers don't bend. You might not die, but you can't use your hands. And then what happens? You die because you can't use your hands. So anyway, enough of that. This is my big $4. Oh, wait a minute! Before we get to the big $4, I know I don't mean to be like, I'm not normally that douchey. You know, the whole like, oh, he was gonna give it to us and then he didn't. Give it to me, baby. So, and then the last thing that's inside is petroleum-soaked cotton balls. So, these things will help you start a fire, and also, if your lips get chapped or something like that, you can always, rub them on your lips, help relieve that pain a little bit. But these things fire up great, and they're easy to make. You just take like this little 2x2 thing, you throw a couple cotton balls in there, and then you just throw some petroleum jelly, and then just kind of mix them all around. And then you got petroleum cotton balls, which start really well. And on the outside, I have 10 feet of fire cord, which is 550 cord with a little fire starter thing, which is fun because when you want to, melt the ends to just, melt them back, you barely hit it with the flame and that little thing goes and melts everything up for you. You're like, oh, sweet! And on the outside, I had 2 boot bands. Oh, so the paracord I bought it was like $5.50 for 30 feet. So, and then the boot bands I got for, I want to say I got 12 of them for $10. So not quite $1 a piece. And then these little things are like the make your own paracord bracelet. It's got the built-in compass, ferrule rod, striker, little serrated knife thing. These were like $1 a piece. So that's how I made this survival magazine for under $20. You got about $2 worth of paracord, $2 worth of boot bands, and little survival whistle thing, which doesn't work. But the compass actually works pretty good, and the ferrule rod definitely works. The boot bands you can use for anything. Use them for little tourniquets, whatever. There's $1 worth of aqua tabs, $1 worth of fire starting matches, which is way overpriced. Of course, don't forget to glue one of your extra strikers to your base plate. And, oh, you guys thought that I was going to forget, huh? Nope. Here we go. Bam! The $4 item. In this, I put the extra little bit of fire cord that I cut off from wrapping the magazine. You get like this cool little multi-tool. It's got wire clippers. It's got needle nose on it. You can grab, if you want to open up your other ones, if you tightened it down too much, you can grab this sucker. And it has this little flathead screwdriver. It's got a nail file and a thing to clean your nails out. And on the other side, it has a knife blade. That's not super sharp, but you can sharpen it up more. And it's got a little Phillips screwdriver on there, which also, if you think about it, let's say you're out there. Let's say you're out in the field, and you're like, oh, shoot, something weird is going on in my trigger mechanism. You're like, oh, shit, you know what? I didn't bring any Allen wrenches with me, or my punch set. I can't punch out the roll pins. Now you can. You take this little guy right here, boom, punch your roll pin out. Once it gets over far enough to grab, you just grab it with this little guy. You just pull it out. Boom, now you can do AR repairs out in the field for $3.50. So that was my big thing, this little multi-tool kit, which I like it. It seems great. I mean, I think for what it's designed for. And it came with a free whistle, which is in a survival situation, honestly, you want to be found. We're not talking about, I want to be away from everybody. It's like, dude, if you're out there and you're lost, and let's say for whatever reason, you're down to your last 10 rounds, and then you can hear a search party somewhere close, you don't want to fire off a shot. You don't know where it's going to land. Instead, you can go like this. And this thing is freaking loud. And on top of all that, I threw in what we called in the Marine Corps a John Wayne. This is a P38 can opener, because you can always use a can opener. It doesn't take any space. Anyway, I hope you all liked the video. Please like it. Please subscribe. We're up to 71 subscribers now. I'm gaining like 1 subscriber every 2 or 3 weeks. At this rate, man, by the time I'm 90, we are going to be rolling with like 130 subscribers. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.